So wasting no time, let's look at the six pally that I'm sure of. So I think that Tsitsipas is going to be Mula today, and in the Dennis Martin game, they should each give us 30 games in the first set. So 9 games, that is 6-3, 6-4, 5-5. We don't care, but I think that both players will be able to get 30 games each. And here I think Sonego is beating Tristan, and um, Hamad against Daniel, again 30 in each, 30 games each for the set. So we should get 9 games here, and the same thing for the Nuno and the Brandon game. Then when it comes to Valentin Royal and the Boo game, Boo is winning in this game. So I actually checked his stats when it comes to his performance on hard court, and he's performing better than Valentin, and he's ranked better than him. And he's picked, though he's lost some games, but he's been able to pick a set each from each of the games. And Valentin is like losing flat out. So I think that Blue will be beating Valentin here. So for favorites to win, we have Sonego, Bu and Tsitsipas. They are favorites to win, and I think they are going to win today. So this is for the 6 game pally. That is if you want to focus on this. But if you want to look at more games, then let's look at it. Forgive my internet, it's a bit slow. Where I come from, the internet is not that fast like the developed countries. So yeah, Alcaraz won yesterday, no surprising thing here. So here we have Musetti and Pericard. So Musetti is a favorite to win here, and let's see what the odds are. So Musetti is valued at 144 against Pericard's 275. Yeah, but I think that a value game here, that is if you want to play for fun, will be Pericard winning at least a set here. Because Musetti has not really had a lot of games on hard courts. So check it out. When I bring hard courts and his singles, there is only one game showing, and that's the game he lost against Bonzi here. And that was 9th of August. But remember that after I think Roland Garros, after his match with Alcaraz, he didn't complete that match, so he went on injury. So after his injury, first appearance on hard court was against Bonzi, which he didn't fully complete. Like a win here, he lost 2-1. So I think that you'd be safer saying that Pericard should win at least a set in this game as your value, because here Pericard lost against Botic. If you're losing against Botic, well, there are some red asterisks, there are red flags, but he was able to beat Hammer 2-0 here. He beat Muller 2-0 here. 1-2-1 against Martinez. Then he lost against Wong. Well, Wong is performing good on hard court, so not surprising. Lost against Renier, but won against Michizuki. I can't pronounce that name right. And lost against Vukic, but picked the set. So a value game here will be Pericard winning at least one set. Yeah, in this game. Here, when it comes to Fosivics versus Shapovalov, I think that Shapovalov has the upper hand over him. Let's see. It's gonna load. So when it comes to their head-to-head here, what's happening? All right. So Shapovalov won 2-1 hard courts Belgrade 2024, and Fisivics won on grass, but we are not talking about grass here. Then when it comes to hard court, Shapovalov won again on hard court 2-1. Then Fisivics won here against Shapovalov 2020 Australian Opens. But we won't deal more with their look at it. So one against Gaston, one against Greg Spore, one against Agu, one against Muna. Kodal had a problem, so he didn't play this game, but he came and he won against Botic, which is a good sign for me. And here there is Shapovalov, who lost against Nadi, not really surprising. Lost against Tien, well, quite surprising. But here, won against Kovacevic, Walton, Schoolkate, and Nada. So in this game, I think that a value game here would be, say, both players win a set each. So we are expecting a 3.5 game. That is 3-1, 3-2 on any of the players' side. But if you want a safer option here, I think that would be saying that Fizovic will win at least one set. There is no way he's going down 3-0 in this game, and I'm confident, like really sure about that. So Fizovic will win at least one set in this game. And when it comes to Nadi and Sorandolo, in my previous video, that is if you watched it, you realize that I do have a bias against Argentine players. But in this game, I think that Sarandolo should pull up against what's his name, against Nadi. Though Nadi is not an Argentine. Forgive whatever nonsense I was saying, but check Nadi's form. He lost against Botic, he lost against what's the name, Bonzi, and lost against Zareba. Picked the set. Lost won against Kukate, lost against Fritz. Understandable, he can't beat Fritz, but he beat Sonego and beat out Maya. So in this game, I think that another value here would be, say, both players will win at least a set. So you should expect 4 games, 3-1, 3-2 on each of the players' side. You get me in this particular game, because Sarandolo is the favorite to win, but again, I do not really trust Argentines. They do not have the capacity to play consistently and be ruthless. They would probably win a set, then they'll go back to sleep. Yeah, so in this particular game here, both players will win at least one set each. But I think a safer option would be, say, that that 2 players would both win 3 games each in the first set. So over 8.5, that is 9 games here. Same thing when it comes to the Bublik Silic game. Silic has an upper hand over Bublik, and he's always beaten him, but they have never met on hard courts. And here, I think another option would be, say, both players win 3 games each in the first set. Yeah, they've never met on hard court, but on grass, Silic has the advantage 3-1 against Bublik, always beating him. And when it comes to their form on hard court, Bublik has not really been playing on hard court. Though he's the favorite, he's favored to win the game here, but he's not had any experience on hard courts for the past 4 or 5 months. Whereas Silic has experience, though. Oh, Silic also does not have experience. I'm sorry, I actually thought he did have experience here. And yeah, so guys, for this game, I think that both of them are coming with equal strength. Silic has the upper hand, and though Bublik is favored to win, a value game here will be, say, Silic wins at least one set in this game. Yeah, let's see. Silic wins at least one game here. So Bublik is favored to win at 144. Then Silic with 275. Value game, Silic winning a set here, as he has the upper hand over what's his name? Over Bublik. I do not really think that Bublik is the guy who can beat Silic 3-0 in this game. I've been watching even his games on clay, and to be honest, it's not really been that impressive for me. As in, when he meets a player who can match him with good consistency, he tends to falter in his games. Though coming up, he's had some good results, like extremely great results on red clay. But I still do not think that he's the guy to win 3-0 in this game. Yeah, so a value game will be over 3.5 sets. That is each of them winning one set each. Yeah. All right, so Popperin, he's the favorite to win. I cannot say much about this because, guys, there is no value here. 105. You probably have to skip that game. And when it comes to Hellis and Goffin game, Hellis is the favorite to win. They are saying that he's the favorite to win in this game, and rightfully so. Let me check the stats. Forgive me, I do not have all the stats in my head, so sometimes I just have to confirm that I'm not going to give you guys nonsense. So here he lost against Kecmanovic, but won a set here. Lost against Kovacevic, won a set here. Lost against Fikovic, but won a set. Whereas Goffin on hard court has lost 2-0 against Martinez, lost 2-0 against Baez, lost 2-0 against McDonald, 2-0 against Bu. Okay, Bu has been a great player, so not surprising. But again, if you're losing 2-0 against an Argentine, I put asterisks or red flags on you. So a value game here will be, say, Halle wins this game. So Halle should easily win this game, like 3-0, 3-1. I do not really care, but he'll win the game here. So that's the value game here. I cannot really be confident and say that Goffin will pick a set in this game. I'm sorry. But it could happen. It could be an upset. Well, Senna against Kopriva, guys, there is no value there. Everyone knows that Senna will win this game 3-0. But even checking what will happen for under 3.5 sets, you're not going to get value more than 1.2 there. So it's not valuable. Just skip that game. When it comes to Riley versus Martinez, Riley is a favorite to win in this game, and Martinez is down there. Let's see. And it's all because Riley has some good stats on hard court. Like coming into the qualifying games, he beat Jones 2-0, and I watched Jones games, and I think John has been great. And he beat Vitanen 2-0. He beat Pavlovich, sorry, 2-0. Yeah, but when it comes down, oh, he won against Harris. Oh my God. And he won against Booster here. Booster not surprising, but lost against Tien. Alright, so guys, for this particular game, I think that a safer option here will be say that Riley wins at least 2 games. Yeah, he should win at least 2 games in this set. And here is Martinez losing 2-0 against Paul, not surprising. Winning 2-1 against Jari, losing 2-0 against Vukic, winning 2-0 against Goffin, the same guy who is meeting Hallis here, and losing 2-1 against Pericard. So a safer option would be Riley winning at least 2 sets in this game, but probably an upset would be Martinez winning at least 1 set. That is not an upset per se, but let's say a good value game. Yeah, guys, so in this game, I think that Blue is winning against Roya 3-0, 3-1, any of them. So there is not much to say about this game except that I'm confident, 90% sure, that Blue is beating Roya in this particular game. Again, when it comes to this one, I'm confident that Lorenzo Sonego should beat Skukit in this game. Yes, as in Lorenzo is the favorite to win, and I think it will be so. He'll win, just as Ruin won yesterday. So yeah, that's it here. And I don't want the video to be long. I just want to give you guys the tips so that you can also, let's say, you can compare them to what you do have on paper and know what options you should pick so that it will be easy for you. Forgive my internet, it's messing up. Oh. Alright, so it's coming up. Just relax, be with me. You can skip 10 seconds ahead. I think that is when my whole thing will reset here. Alright, so let's continue. Tsitsipas is the favorite to win here, and I think he'll win. The reason why I skipped the Uga game is because you guys are favorites to win, and the odds are really really low. They are giving you guys, I think, 1.09 to win. I don't really know. Let me confirm. I think yesterday I saw a very low odd. So just skip the Uga game. Okay, 1.08, so it's reduced. Just skip the Uga game altogether, because Uga is the kind of guy that he can either win 3-0 or send this thing to a 5-setter game, which it shouldn't go. Just skip it. So when it comes to Tsitsipas against Miller, forgive Tsitsipas' current woes, as in his current woes of not being the best that we expect him to be. But I think that he's a favorite to win here, and he will definitely win. Maybe a value here will be Miller picking at least a set from Tsitsipas. You get me? But I'm pretty confident. And a safer option will be Tsitsipas winning at least 2 sets in this game. If you really want to play it safe, then he's definitely winning a set. There is no way Tsitsipas is losing this game 2-0. Despite his bad form, even if all the gods in the universe are working against him today, I think that he should still be able to pick a set against Muller in this particular game. Because look at Muller's form. Aside winning somewhere in July 2-0 against Zukayev, he's lost at least a set in each of the games. He's lost against Blanche. He lost a set, sorry, he dropped a set against Blanche. Lost against Pericard, lost against Brisby, lost against Rui, not really surprising. So yeah, value game here will be each of them winning 1-1 set each. So either each of them wins 1-1 set each. Tsitsipas wins at least 2 sets. Tsitsipas to win, Muller to win a set. Those are some options you could pick. Or in the first set, you could play it safe and say that each one of them is going to win 30 games each in the first set. So over 8.5. Yeah, that should be something that should play. Gaston against Michisuki. I can't pronounce the name. Michisuki. So Michisuki is the favorite to win here. Guys, to be honest, I think that Gaston will pick a set in this game. Yeah, I don't think that the Japanese can the Japanese can beat him 3-0. But again, look at Gaston's form here and use it to decide. In my opinion, I think that there are more games, so you could skip that game altogether. But if I were doing a long parlay and say picking good value games, I would pick that Gaston would definitely win set in that game. So Hamad is the favorites to win against Altmaier here. But I think that in the first set they are both going to win 30 games each. So 9 games in the first set for the Hamad and Altmaier game. Yeah, this particular game. But let's see, can Hamad beat Altmaier 3-0? That is something that we need to decide. Lost 2-0 against Pericard, but won against Diallo, won against Finley, won against Redeknek, lost against Alcaraz, won against Grispor, won against Kovacevic. Oh, the value here speaks for itself, guys. Hamad is definitely winning this game. He's going to beat Altmaier. He's definitely winning this game. So with how I select my games, I really look at form. I really look at how they are performing on that particular court. And if their rankings are really, really close, I sometimes go with the player who has better form, like better form. So he lost against Busey here, or Buse, I can't pronounce it right, but won against Halfman. Then came and lost against Augut, lost against Wantanuki, lost against Al Nadi, lost against Kukate, and but won against Kruger. So guys, here I think that Hamad should really, really be. Then we come to Monfils. Now, Monfils is the kind of guy who can bring his best or decide not to bring his best. Actually, he eliminated my favorite in US Open last year. I do remember. Alcaraz. This guy was the guy that took Alcaraz out last year. And I think that Monfils has the ability to win 2 games on hard court. Though he's old and all that, but I still think that he has the capacity to give Siflian a good spot today. So if I were to choose a safer option, I'd say that Monfils should at least win 2 sets in this. Though he's not really had that much experience on hard court, I'll just be going with my gut in this game and saying that Monfils should win at least 2 sets. Because Sofian has lost against O'Connell, lost against Rui, not really surprising, but lost against Tabilo, won against Tabilo, lost against Rui, again not surprising, and won against Planchet. So a value game here will be over 3.5 sets. That is both players winning 1 set each. That is for the Monfils and the Sifilin game. So I do not expect Monfils to beat Sifilin 3-0 here. At least Sifilin should pick a set. So both players will win at least a set, and I would not really be surprised if this particular Monfils game should go to 5-setter game. And here we come to Borges versus Holt. When you take out Argentines, the other set of players that I do not really trust is Borges. I know that Borges is good on clay, but when it comes to hard courts, I don't really trust his expertise, or I don't really trust how he plays on hard courts. So he lost against Matchcraft, and not really surprising the 2-0 because Kamel has been on good form here. Lost against lost against Rude, not surprising again, but won against the Argentine Bagnes, but dropped the set. And Holt is playing home, so I expect Holt to have some support at home and home advantage at all. But sorry. But when it comes to favorites to win here, I think Borges is winning this game. But I at least expect him to drop a set against Holt in this particular game. So a value option here will be Holt winning at least 1 set in this game. Then it comes to Batista versus Finley. Again, I would say that this is a game you could avoid. Yeah, it's a game that you definitely could avoid because Batista on hard court has not really been impressive for me. As in, to me, he's not been that impressive. So lost 2-0 against Fisivix here, but won against Okano, who then retired. Lost 2-0 against Shelton, then won against Agit and Altmaier. Lost against Felix. Couldn't even pick a set. Felix has not been on his best form. And what about Finley? Finley lost against Hamad, retired against McCabe, Oh, guys, I'm sorry, but Batista should at least win 2 sets in this game. So Batista to pick 2 sets in this game is quite guaranteed. It's something that we should expect him to do. I mean, he's even the favorites to win, and you could be bold and say that he's winning this game, but I think that at least he'll pick 2 sets in this particular match. Then when it comes to O'Connell versus Demina will win the first set and win the game. So there is no way O'Connell, sorry, is beating Demina in this game today. So that's my prediction for today.